Hello, everybody. That's right, we're doing some car things today. I still haven't figured out why Minecraft keeps crashing. And also I kinda wanna catch up on all the editing. I still have like 7 streams left to edit. You know, give the YouTube people a chance to get up to date. And also I haven't used my brand spanking new controller much. So I kinda wanna test it out properly. Do a bit of racing, maybe participate in some Forza-thons, you know. Perhaps even purchase a new vehicle. Now that'd be a hell of a thing, huh? It would appear that the controller doesn't work. Okay, off to a good start. Or no, I guess I was just tabbed out of the window, never mind. Never mind, everything's fine, you know, that would have been kind of funny though. I got this new controller specifically so that I have a controller that works with all my games. Because the old Nvidia controller kinda doesn't. It's a bit of a 50-50. So if my new controller wouldn't have worked with kinda the main game I play with controllers, that would have been kinda wild. Anyways, let's see if they've got some prizes on the old Forza-thon. Honda is 800. I think that's in the backstage though. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's in the backstage. So I guess we'll just accumulate points and get something from there. Whether it be the Honda or something else. Let's see what we get from the wheel spin. Already got one of those Volkswagens, don't need one of those, I would prefer another car. Well, I guess we got blue mittens, so yeah, whatever, that's something. At least now my hands will be warm. Gotta say, you know, otherwise this controller is pretty goddamn solid, you know, I have no complaints, but the D-pad kinda sucks. Well, sucks is maybe that's too strong a word. It doesn't suck, it's just not great. You know, it's a bit loose. Which honestly it has been on pretty much every controller I owned. Except for my old, like, wireless Logitech PS2 controllers, weirdly enough. Like those had a more solid D-pad than this thing. Guys ever used those? They were like heavy as shit. And they had like a big weird dongle that you'd attach to the PS2. I kinda like those controllers. Only bad thing about those was the that they didn't have like the same kind of triggers that most modern controllers have. In the place of the R2 and the L2 they had just like buttons. Which I wasn't a huge fan of. It is kind of wild honestly how long it took for console makers to figure out like, oh, this thing would be like perfect for, you know, a lot of things like accelerating racing games and stuff. If we just made them like, what do you call these? What do you call these sensors? I don't know. That you could kind of vary the amount of pressure you're putting on them, rather than just having buttons. Because I mean, isn't that one of the most popular things you can do with a console? Play racing games of some kind. You know, every console has like their one big racing game, right? PlayStation has Gran Turismo. Nintendo has like Mario Kart, I guess. What does Microsoft have? I'm actually not sure. I mean, I guess they have Forza now. Not sure what they had back then. You know, just saying. You'd think they would have thought way sooner to put like an adjustable accelerator of some kind on the fucking controllers. Just the thought. Well, I guess it's 30 minutes until the next Forza-thon, so gotta figure out something to do in the meantime. I guess I have a bunch of these, whatever these yellow missions are called. These story missions. Stunt driver and taxi driver and whatever that is. But I kind of don't like them. So I don't know if I'm gonna do any of them. Upgrade heroes, I don't know what that means. What? There's a barn fight on this island? Well, I assume there's some way to get there, otherwise it wouldn't be there. So... I don't know, I guess we'll go see if we can find it. Then we'll maybe do a Forza-thon, I don't know. Probably just drive around. This is probably gonna be kind of a short stream because, you know, it's late. But for those who are subscribed to my YouTube channel, the third episode of Arcane Wisdom Industries is gonna drop pretty soon. Thus far I've been releasing them on Friday around 9. Or between 9 and 11, I think. Not sure if I'm gonna stick to that because I think I would like to release like multiple episodes per week. So maybe I'll do like Fridays and Mondays maybe. Something for the week and something for the weekend. I think that would be a good schedule. I did have some audio problems though because I realized the game audio was like way too loud. And also I had forgotten to put the recording or the mic track and the game audio on like separate tracks. So that caused some problems. I had to use like weird sound suppression tools, which made the audio sound kind of weird at times. But I think I at least turned the game audio down at some point, so I think from like episode 4 or 5 it's better. And in the most recent one, of course, I did the separation of audio tracks, so it'll be better in the future. Just in case anybody's wondering why the audio's kinda shit, the first few episodes. How is the controller feeling? The triggers have a pretty big dead zone, but otherwise it's just fine. Definitely way better than I expected for 20 euros. And I'm sure the dead zone can be adjusted too, but I don't know how to do that yet. You know, like right here, I'm pressing the trigger like halfway down, and it's just not doing anything. So that's a bit silly. I mean, I can probably adjust it in the game settings, but that seems to be the case for most games. I don't think this comes with any kind of like setup software, but I guess maybe Windows has its own settings. I'll have to look into it, but it's, you know, it's not that big a deal. I mostly drive with the hammer down anyway, so eh. Vibration's pretty strong too. I appreciate that. I appreciate a strong vibration. You know, now I don't need to buy like a separate vibrator. I can just use this thing. Wonder how many women did that. Or have done that. You know, can't afford a vibrator, or maybe you're living with your parents and you don't wanna bring something like that into the house, and you just, I don't know, you turn on a Forza and get on a dirt road. grab the old Xbox controller. It sounds not great, but as long as it's usable. Yeah, it's not like terrible. You know, it's not much worse than like a standard PS3 or 4 controller. I've just gotten used to NVIDIA controllers. Like, strangely good triggers. Literally no dead zone whatsoever. And they also had like a much longer like range of motion.
That was the last speed trap you needed to nail to become the new Horizon speed trap hero.
But you know, it's, even though it's probably still the best controller I've used, it is nice to have one that's not such a hassle. You know, with any game that has controller support, I don't need to like gamble like, oh, is it gonna work this time? Or am I gonna have to do some kind of roundabout Xbox 360 CE setup? You know, and even that's kinda like a 50-50 chance that it's gonna work. Plus, I can now use it wirelessly if I want to. So that's nice too. But yeah, I guess we're gonna go Let's see if we can get this barn find. I'm not sure how we'll get it, because it's in the middle of a lake, but... maybe I just need a... like a bigger car with a lot of ground clearance. There's Steam apps that constantly vibrate a controller. Of course there's. But hey, you know, you gotta make do with what you got. Maybe this lake is just really shallow. Maybe I can just drive there. Well, I don't know, that doesn't seem to work. Is there like a hidden bridge or something? Well, I guess we'll get our biggest car, whatever it may be. Or tallest, rather. Which is... maybe the LAPV? Or maybe the tractor? Yeah, I don't know, I guess I'm just gonna... I mean, this looks taller, but I guess the scale can be kinda... deceiving. Well, let's see. It also has a touchpad, this controller, but it doesn't seem to work. I wonder if that's just intended for PlayStation. Because, I mean, this is technically a PlayStation controller. But it would be nice to have a functional touchpad. In case I play something on the big screen, you know, because I could like stream games to my Android TV box now. Use this controller with it. But you know, the Android TV layout's gonna be kinda shit, to be honest. They're not the best. So it would be nice to have a working touchpad. How do you get to the island though? I don't think I can cross this water with a car. But I guess we'll see if the tractor's maybe more capable. Yeah, I don't know, that engine seems to be pretty close to the ground. We'll see. Maybe if we just build enough speed, we can kind of skip across the water. Nope. That's just way too deep. Maybe there's like a secret underwater pathway we just gotta find. Or maybe there's like a jump. We gotta like jump up a mountain. I don't know, doesn't seem to be the case, at least on this side. Okay, we seem to be going further than last time. Still not though. You know, these vibrations are actually like a little bit too strong. Can I turn those down a little bit? Just a tad. Goddamn rattling me to my core. Feel it in my bones. Gameplay, maybe? No? Advanced? I don't know what the button is. What is 3 lines? Okay, guess I'll just use the mouse. Oh well, we found the dead zone settings. Except I don't really know how to use it. Inside or outside? The larger this dead zone, the less the throttle will need to be pressed. So I guess we'll just set this to 0. But can I also... yeah, there it is. Let's set it to 25. Don't want this thing to rattle my bones to dust. That's still pretty strong though. Man. They really went all out on this. On these rumble motors. Let's see how the dead zone is now. Well, it's better now. Still not great though. Tried using Gemini for troubleshooting. If the drop down is frozen, try clicking the drop down directly instead. Yup, that's good advice right there. If the thing ain't working, just try using the thing that isn't working different. No, I still kinda gotta press these like almost halfway down. So I guess the triggers are just like this. Okay, guess I have poor network conditions as well. But hey, whatever. It's not that bad. Plus, if I want better triggers, you know, the NVIDIA controller still works fine with this game, so... Yeah. And I'm sure I'll get used to this eventually, I just gotta be like slightly more precise with how much I move it. Yep, hear all this praise that I'm saying about your controller, Deltaco. Sponsor me. Send me all the Deltaco gaming products. But anyways, I'm still wondering how to get to the damn island. Yeah, I'm not really seeing any way to get there. Yeah, no, I probably gotta Google this. And some tacos, that would be nice too. If they would send me the Del Tacos. The island is available only in the winter. Oh, I see. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I thought there would be like some super secret cool way to get there. Like a big old jump or a, I don't know, ferry. But a part of me is also like kind of taking this as a challenge. Like what if I could find a big cliff or something? And if I just drive into it at like 450 kilometers an hour. But I suppose the Fort Zeton is starting pretty soon. We could go there. Where is it? What's down there? Yep, that'll start in 8 minutes. Let's check how many Fort Zeton points I have. 222, and how much is the backstage pass? 250. So yeah, we'd only need to do one. That's cool. Oh, and we have a super wheel spin too. Ice driving is fun, you can drag race on the lake as well. I don't think I've ever done that. But now I kinda do want to do it. No? Not another single car? Well, that's kinda lame. Oh yeah, did I remember to put out my going live tweet? I think I might have forgotten. Oh no, I did. I did post it, I just forgot to say I'm going live in it. I just posted the Twitch link. Whatever, they'll know what it means. Oh, and there's also an angry vegan in my replies calling me a faggot. Okay. That's kind of funny. That's like being called a racist by a Nazi. You know what? I'm gonna send him the I'm gonna send him a classic minion picture as a response. Because this guy clearly wants to just get the last word. You know, say something real impactful. And I just can't bring myself to let him have it. Which is probably annoying for my friends who are also in the conversation. But yeah. It's just too funny to like not let people like this have the last word. Because you can tell when somebody really wants it. Oh, plug in my tablet real quick. Yep, there we go. I got a combined 100k and shoes from three super wheel spins. Classic. While I have nothing against people using the word, it is against Twitch TOS. But since you don't have bots, it's probably fine. Yeah, I mean I have bots, but I just don't really publish them these days because less chance of me getting banned, and also like I don't think anybody watches them here. People who wanna watch my bots, there's the archive channel on YouTube. Go there. Oh yeah, I can just do that. Besides, you know, I wasn't saying it in a mean way. I was quoting the guy. Should we do the Forzathon in this thing? Yeah, fuck it, wild. Yeah, I guess I should have given like a trigger warning or something to all the libtards out there, but nah, you gotta say a mild slur sometimes. You gotta kinda call the herd. You know, I'm not a big slur enthusiast personally, but sometimes you gotta throw one out there just to make sure like a certain type of people leave. You know, if you can't handle me saying, you know, the F word when like quoting somebody, then you're not gonna make it anyways. Might as well get it out of the way. Forza Horizon 6 is doing a collab with 7-Eleven. Well, at least they're not doing a collaboration with 9-11. Can you imagine that they'd have just like a big Hot Wheels truck going in the fucking Twin Towers? You know, now that I've said it, I'm kinda surprised nobody has made that as an actual Hot Wheels truck. Look at that, we're real controversial today. A slur and a 9/11 joke and all within like a few minutes. Next thing you know, I'm gonna start making like attack helicopter jokes. Let me tell you something, there was nothing better than watching the Hillary voters cry in 2016 on election night. That's right, I'm saying it. Man, but I love 911, it's my favorite Porsche series. Yeah, but I think they were linked to some kind of controversy in the States. They're always talking about it. Oh, you shouldn't joke about 911. Ah, come on, it's just a car. It's just a car. I don't think the Porsche engineers are gonna cry if I make a joke about how the engine's in the wrong place or something. Although I wouldn't, because I think that's the right place.
4, 3, 2, 1, go!
It's a rear-wheel drive, so the engine should be on top of the driving wheels. It gives you more traction, it just makes sense. Is this a jump? Looks that way. Yeah, I don't know, this might not be the best vehicle for the job. It's a little hard to drive. You know, speaking of 911 jokes, I gotta say, you know, I know everybody's talking shit about Sacha Baron Cohen these days for, like, I don't know, making Kazakhstan look bad and being Israeli or something. But that 911 bit from the dictator still makes me laugh.
Round 1 complete. Get to round 2.
So where is round 2? Somewhere out there. You know, I might actually play Lego Racers 2 one of these days. Because I found out that you can just kinda download the ISO from the Internet Archive. And I kind of already did download it, so... yeah, we might do it. Maybe sometime next week. Assuming I'm gonna be here next week, because I'm not 100% sure. And there's a birthday coming up. But nobody seems to know when we're gonna celebrate it, because... the birthday person in question is going to have multiple parties, one with her friends and one with us. So I'm not really sure what the schedule for next week is. I'm probably leaving on a Friday either way, but... you know, if the birthday's like, I don't know, on the Friday next week, I'm probably just gonna stay there until then. Man, making plans with people who have social lives is so annoying. They never know anything. I should probably take like a car. I don't think I'm contributing anything in this Forzathon. Just grab something real quick. I don't know. Take the fucking, what is this, Audi? Also, I still haven't bought a gift. Because I don't know what to fucking get him. Usually I just ask people like, hey, what the hell do you want for your birthday?
Get to round 3.
But of course they didn't know. Oh, that was smooth. Which I kind of find annoying, you know. Like, what do you mean you don't know? Come on, you're not a Buddhist monk. There's something you want. Just say anything. You could ask me to bring you a fucking 15-kilogram bag of peanuts and I would do it. Come on, there's gonna be something. Headphones, mouse, bottle of alcohol. I don't know, fucking new sunglasses. Just say something. Yeah, this car's not very good for drifting. But I got 15,000 points. Hmm? See, it's the trick to drifting any car is just to use power. Use the handbrake and use power. You'll get there. Stream froze. Is it doing the thing again? Okay, I guess it is. That's kind of fucking annoying. I literally just restarted the router like 2 hours ago. Why is this happening again? Oh, that was almost good. No, we're only halfway, but we only have 7 minutes to go. Okay, I'll get a drifting car of some kind, I don't know. Where's mine? There it is. Let's get that work, stallion. Apparently Hot Wheels released a car with the twin towers on the packaging a bit before 9/11, so they had to do a cover-up with a big block. Yeah. That happened kind of a lot. My favorite 9/11 related thing's gonna be the that one picture of the little kid, like standing with the twin towers in the background. He's holding like a paper airplane, and he's pointing it at the towers. What the fuck did you know, child? It's a goddamn prophet. Yeah, I might be slightly rusty here. Whatever, I'll just compensate by going faster, I guess. No, I failed. Why did I fail? Okay. Black screen? Well, what the fuck is this now? Not only do we fucking crash, we get a black screen. Christ. Why does this exactly happen? Why would my internet cutting out? Why would that cause a black screen? Whatever, just a minute, I'll restart. Well, that's fun. That's a fun nuke work. Thanks, Streamlabs. Well, anyways, let's just hope that doesn't happen again, because that's pretty much all I have left. I've tried everything else to fix this problem. I can now just hope and pray. But hey, let's go to the backstage and get us a car. $20-kilogram bag of pistachios handpicked for the best ones. Could knock the shit out in 2 days. It is kinda crazy how good nuts are. You know, I just bought a bag of peanuts myself the other day. Went to the store, you know, for some responsible shopping, got some vitamins. And you know, there was peanuts near the register, so I got a 500-gram bag, and then I ate them in one sitting. Shout out to nuts, man. They're, you know, not they don't just taste good. They're also like just really satisfying to eat. Shout out to nuts, man. Well, anyways, which car to get? Should I get the Diablo GTR, maybe? Ghibli, isn't that an anime studio? That's pretty nice too. So are these though? Choices. That looks like it's not that expensive. But also a part of me wants to get this, because I mean, like I said when I got the, what is called the other electric car? The Rimac. You know, I'm not like a huge fan of electric cars, but also that car was kinda fucking insane. And this is like supposed to be way faster. At least around the track. So I am kinda curious. Plus, if I don't like it, I can just sell it for like 20 million. Also, there's this weird thing that sounds like it might be electric. Tachyon. Once again, my upstairs neighbors have started their nightly routine of slamming all of their doors. Not sure why that's necessary to whatever they're doing up there, but kinda wish they would fucking stop that. Oh, hey, we got some Hot Wheels cars in here. Since we were just talking about them. That would probably be kinda fun too. Or should I be like everybody else and get my save, my save? Myself a Ferrari F99 XX. Nah. A Chevy Chevelle, you know what? I just saw one of these on the road yesterday. It's a pretty nice car. It's a nice Buick as well. Bentley Turbo R, Aston Martins. The Machine. That's kind of a bold claim. I don't know if you got what it takes to be the Machine. You know, once again I kinda find myself leaning towards the least likely option. I am gonna browse through this one more time though, just to make sure. Yeah, you know what, I think I'm gonna. Yeah. Oh wait, I forgot to buy the goddamn pass. I knew I had forgotten something important. Right, let's see if this thing is as fun as I hope it is. Look at this fucking long boy. Yep, turns about as fast as I expected. It's got the turning radius of a fucking battleship. But we're not really that interested in how fast it can go around a track. I wanna see how it does off-road. Pretty well, as it turns out. Almost went without colliding with a tree. It's pretty close. Yeah, this thing's pretty easy to drive. Not bad at all, not bad at all. That tree came out of nowhere, it did. It's a fucking reckless tree, just jumped right into my path. They oughta put that maniac behind the bars. Well, that's really all I had planned for this stream, so I don't know what now. Should I just play something else? Or we could just wait around for another Forza-thon, I guess. It's only 30 minutes away. 38, I guess. But then again, there's nothing else that I really want in the Forza-thon shop, so... I don't know. I might switch games. Maybe play something on the emulator. Or one of the emulators. See how this controller performs on those. Because I mean, I think the ultimate test of a controller kind of is a Skate 3. Probably a drunk, yep, that was a drunk trunk. Maybe next time Forza Horizon 1 or 2. Maybe. Although next time, if I figure out what's causing the crashes in Minecraft, I might just continue that. Or I might play Lego Racers 2, like I said. Just because it would be funny. Well, my Twitch followers probably don't understand why, but... that's kind of been my go-to, like... go-to gag whenever somebody asks, like, hey, what is your game of the year 2026 this far? Lego Racers 2. Every time. Even though I haven't played it since I was like 12 probably. When I still had it on my old laptop. It really is like turning a bolt. There's also ways to get the Forza Horizon 4 DLCs unlocked by a totally legal method. You can unlock the Lego area. The best part, Treasure Island, is a sick map. Lots of things I could do. Lots of things. You know what I should do? I should go on a little archiving spree. Just get all the classics from like Vimslayer. For the PS2 and the PS3. You know, play some of the more obscure games from my childhood. Play Whiplash on the PS2. Guys ever played Whiplash? That was a weird game. And I don't think I've ever seen or heard anybody even say the name since. Or the weird Stuart Little game for the PS2. Where you have like vehicles and you gotta take photographs or some shit. Oof. Yeah, I'm not really sure what I wanna do. I was gonna play Minecraft, but I failed to find out what the crashes were all about, so... had to improvise. Well, I guess I could just, quickly browse the old library.